No Man's Sky is a singularly unique game on the market, not because of the fact that it allows you to seamlessly cross a near infinite sea of stars and even being able to halo jump from your spaceship to planet side, which I'm not gonna lie is a wholly unique experience in of itself, but No Man's Sky is very different from basically every other game out there because of its history. You see, the story of No Man's Sky is one of not only overpromise, but complete and utter betrayal, and how one man and his small team has worked tirelessly for 9 years to make up for it. I remember it like it was yesterday. No Man's Sky was first featured on VGX 2013, which is more than 12 years ago, but its first big trailer was at E3 2014, and it took the audience by storm. Everything about it was straight up hype. Here was this strange looking new game that lets you seamlessly hop into your spaceship, travel across the stars, land on another planet, and freely explore in the span of, what, 2 minutes? This shit was insane, and I remember being instantly caught by this first reveal. The hype was unreal. No loading screens, there's no fade to black, just a clean jump from ground to orbit like you were living in your own sci-fi movie. At the time, this was unheard of. Every article, every forum, every conversation made it feel like this was going to be the next giant leap for gaming. People were calling it the future of open worlds. It was gonna change everything, and when you're a gamer sitting there watching Sean Murray smile his way through interviews talking about quintillions of planets and the infinite possibilities, you couldn't help but believe him. The thing is though, hype is like a black hole. It just pulls more and more in until nothing can escape. No Man's Sky didn't just look good, it looked too good. The way the media framed it and the way fans built it up, it started to sound less like a video game and more like a second coming of Star Trek. Everyone had their own fantasy about what this game was gonna be. For some people, it was a hardcore space sim. For others, it was Minecraft in space. For others still, it was the ultimate multiplayer exploration game where you and your friends could just get lost among the stars. The truth? It wasn't really any of those things, but we'll get to that. Because before all that, there was this golden period where anything seemed possible. You'd see all these amazing video clips and you'd think, yeah, this is it. This is the one. Like, I can't overstate how hyped people were. Pre-orders were through the roof. Sean Murray was on late night TV with Stephen Colbert. It was all over Reddit. It was everywhere. No Man's Sky wasn't just a game anymore. It was an event. It was the event. And then it all came crashing down. When the game launched in 2016, reality hit like a meteor. Instead of this endless universe full of wonder, the one you actually got was, well, kind of empty. Sure, you could fly to planets and yeah, you could mine stuff, but the creatures were awkward, the worlds looked repetitive, and the features people swore were going to be in there, well, they weren't. Multiplayer? Well,
no.
Epic space battles?
No.
Complex ecosystems and huge alien civilizations?
No.
At one point, 2 players went to the exact same planet and to the exact same spot and tried to engage with each other, but they couldn't because it wasn't multiplayer. It was a lie. People were pissed. Metascores went red instantly. Memes tore the game apart. No Man's Lie became the nickname, and within weeks, the player count nosedived harder than a starship without fuel. It was one of the biggest betrayals in gaming, not just because the game was bare bones, but because people felt like they'd been sold a dream that didn't exist. And I'm not exaggerating when I say the anger was insane. Refunds were flying, Reddit threads were basically bonfires, and even the UK's Advertising Standards Authority launched an investigation into whether the trailers had misled people. That's how fucking bad it was. And Hello Games, they went completely silent. No interviews, no big apologies, just crickets. I really do remember it in the back of my mind. It honestly looked like they had cashed out and disappeared. And the fact that they weren't responding just fueled the rage. Because when a company screws up, people expect at least some kind of explanation. Instead, it felt like Sean Murray had just vanished into the void and taken the money with him. No! But here's where the story gets interesting, because this was not the end. As much as everyone thought Hello Games was done, they weren't. They were being silent for a very good reason. They were cooking. Months went by, and then something happened. Out of nowhere, Hello Games broke their silence. No long apology video, no over-the-top marketing campaign, just a very simple post. The Foundation update. It was pretty funny in how understated it was. They basically said, yeah, we've been quiet, but we're listening. This is the foundation for things to come. That's it. No fireworks, no promises, just a basic patch. But when people actually booted it up, it wasn't just a patch. It was massive. Suddenly you could build bases, set up farms, hire alien workers, and even own freighters, giant ships that acted as your mobile headquarters. They added new modes like creative and survival, which completely changed how you could play. And all of that, mind you, was completely free. This was the moment everyone realized, oh shit, they didn't actually give up. They didn't abandon the game. They were actually trying to fix it. Now don't get me wrong, the Foundation update didn't magically save No Man's Sky. It was still pretty rough, still missing a lot of the stuff people wanted, but it planted a seed. For the first time since launch, players started thinking that maybe this could become something. And Hello Games leaned into that. Instead of doing hype interviews or flashy trailers, they went quiet again. No promises, no timelines, just heads down, working. After Foundation, the game wasn't fixed yet, but you could feel the direction changing. And then almost like clockwork, another big update dropped, Pathfinder. Suddenly you had vehicles to roll around planets in, actual ship classes to collect, and even a photo mode for all those alien landscapes. It wasn't flashy enough to win everyone back, but it was momentum. And that's the key here. Momentum, because Hello Games stuck to this cycle of disappearing, then re-emerging with something substantial. Then, a year later, the big one appeared, Atlas Rises. This was when the game started looking like the thing people had hoped for back in 2016. 30 hours of actual story content, new lore, portals you could activate, a proper mission system, way more diverse planets, and yes, even a form of multiplayer. Yeah, okay, you couldn't really see each other yet, just little glowing orbs floating around, but after the disaster at launch, even that was a huge deal. By this point, the conversation had completely shifted. It wasn't, this game is a scam. It was, wait a minute, this is actually getting really good. People who refunded or rage quit at launch were starting to poke their heads back in, just to see what had changed. I know I did. And most of the people came away saying the same thing. It's not perfect, but it's getting there. Then in 2018, it finally happened. The next update. This was the one that really flipped the script. Multiplayer was in for real this time. You could actually run around with your friends, build massive bases together, and explore as a group. They added third-person mode, better visuals, and gave the whole thing a fresh coat of paint. It was pretty much the relaunch of No Man's Sky. Next even coincided with the Xbox release, which meant millions of new players were jumping in for the first time, and they weren't seeing the broken 2016 version anymore. They were seeing a game that had learned from its mistakes and actually delivered on its promises. The reviews started swinging back up, the community started filling with excitement instead of salt, and for the first time in 2 years people were saying something nobody thought they'd ever say again. No Man's Sky is worth playing. No Man's Sky is a weird game, because it really should not have survived. Most games that launch in that state either die with a silent whimper or get a sequel slapped on them a few years later. But Hello Games didn't do that. They stayed, they worked, and they built. From the insane hype of 2013 to the crash and burn of 2016 to the cautious optimism of Foundation to the big shift with Atlas Rises and then the full-blown relaunch with Next, it's been a 9-year climb. And the crazy thing about all this is that they never charged a dime extra for it. Every single update, every expansion, and every rework have all been free. And that's over 30 plus updates. It's absolutely crazy. It's even gotten to the point where people are saying stuff like, we have money, Sean, because at this point it's just sheer insanity to keep giving out free updates like candy. In the end, the narrative surrounding No Man's Sky has flipped. The No Man's Lie memes disappeared, the Steam reviews went from overwhelmingly negative to very positive, and people started holding it up as one of the greatest comeback stories in gaming. And they're right, because now in 2025 you've got Voyagers, an update so ambitious that Hello Games had to rework the engine just to make it happen. Buildable Corvette-class starships, walkable interiors, full spacewalks, multiplayer crews, stuff that 10 years ago would have sounded like another Sean Murray dream. Except, now it's real. So yeah, No Man's Sky is a beautiful redemption for Hello Games and for Sean Murray. No Man's Sky went from a cautionary tale to a gaming legend. And if nothing else, it proved one thing. Sometimes you really can fix the unfixable.
And we're back. Welcome back, fellow gamers. Welcome back, fellow rumblers. Welcome back, fellow viewers. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the game. The game is, we're back in Shroud of the Avatar. Yeah, I was like playing Skyrim the last few days, maybe a couple of days, or maybe just one day. But I'm back to continue with the fishing here in Lightbringer Isle because there is an ongoing contest. You know, I still need to catch that shark because a shark. Well, anything else is anything else is not competitive. Okay, so yeah. Let's see if we can catch a shark. And of course, if you are here watching the live stream, well, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. And I hope you are having a great day. I believe back in the West, they just celebrated what is called Thanksgiving. We don't have that here. We don't have something like that. But every day we are thankful because every day you wake up is like cheating death. It is a blessing. Every time you wake up is a blessing. Because there is a lot of things that can happen during those time or moments you are not aware of your surrounding. Of course, a shark is very rare, so catching one is gonna be very, very difficult. But it doesn't mean it's impossible. It's difficult, but not impossible. Who knows? You know, it's all about the RNG. But then again, as they say, nothing is random. If you have any comments, questions, or anything, you can post them in chat. If you are in Twitch, Rumble, or YouTube, it will appear on screen. If you have a question and I know the answer to the question, I will try to answer it. If not, I'm not going to respond to it, or maybe just say I don't know. But if I don't reply to the question, it just means that I don't know how to reply to it. Maybe because the question is controversial or sensitive or something in those lines, and yeah, I might not answer if the question is something like that. Because as they say, you don't want to incriminate yourself. Also, I'm still not feeling well. I haven't taken my allergy medicine. Yeah, because I don't wanna knock myself out. It seems that I caught a small bluefin tuna. Okay, small. I guess a bluefin tuna is out of the question. A small one, especially. I need to catch something big, you know, like a tiger shark. Tiger shark. Tiger shark. Thundercats. Silverhawks. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there was a time back in the day where those cartoon shows existed. Tiger sharks. You know, they are people living in the ocean, and then there's the Thundercats. These are people that are also cats, and then there's the Silverhawks, and these are people who are also birds. So I have a young marlin, young sailfish, young shark, and young swordfish. Yeah. I need a big shark, an adult shark. Okay. The link to my spread shop is on screen right now. If you are looking for gaming related designs for shirts with gaming related designs, you can go to my spread shop. It's right there on screen. It's kabalyero.myspreadshop.com. Hope you guys find something you like and hope you guys get one. Thank you. Okay, so I caught another young swordfish. I need a shark. Give me a shark, please. Look at all this umberjack. And my goodness. Oh, look at that, we're down to 10 minutes. Yeah, while I was fishing, I was like also eating. Eating and fishing. It goes well together. I guess even in real life, if you're fishing, eating goes well with fishing. Because you'll be spending like hours just waiting. So what do you do while you're waiting? Eat or drink. Okay, so for this fishing contest here in Lightbringer, still have like maybe a couple more of days. When does December starts? Okay, so right now it's November 28th. Ah, look at that, the Oracle is here. Okay, gotta take my free 500 gold. Give me the money, Oracle. I wonder how much money I'll get after selling all of this. I'm going to sell them. Okay, after this one, I'll go to, I think where's the okay, I need to find the a sign. I saw the sign. I saw the sign that opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. I'm not seeing any sign. Ooh, I saw the sign. Ah, there it is. Found the sign. The sign will take me. Take me. To the docks. Whoa, there is no main docks right here. Waiting for the NPCs to appear. There's a town crier. Okay, fishing shack. Where is the NPC here? Maybe there's no. Where's the fish vendor? Okay, yeah. I'm looking for the fish vendor. There's supposed to be a fish vendor here. I guess not. Maybe they go to the Shinjuku fish market, something like that. Okay, I'm here at the Shinjuku fish market. Now I just need to find an NPC. Nope. I'm not seeing anyone. Well, it's Lightbringer. Okay, let's go to the Market Square. Or Harbor Market. I think it's called the Harbor Market. Okay, you'll see my row house over there. Yeah, that is my row house. Okay. And yup, let's go. Okay, swordfish, marlin. Maybe I can do something about this. They said material crafting bonus. So look at that, I'll get 500 gold for all of this. Okay, let's go check my place here. This is my place. This is my place. Well, I sell things. Oh, it's so small. It's so small. Okay, this one is big. Look at that. It's big. Okay, so guys, that's it. Yeah, you can check out my home here in Lightbringer. I have like a vendor over there, and there's also another vendor above where you can buy food, I guess. So if we go up, the other vendors over there selling, because this is a you know, a tavern where you can also take a hot bath while you know, drinking. Why not? Oh, look at that, we have like a lot of books here. Oh, okay. Weird that I can't place this as a decoration. They need to change this, you know. It's such a waste because look at all this paper. So imagine if they could make this into an actual deco. So you can just stack all of this. Anyway, guys, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next live stream. Anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe, follow, and see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.